Good morning, pilots. Today what I wanted to talk to you about was how to customize your Fly360 and the Lk8000 software. We have a wealth of information available at our fingertips here, almost too much so. And so today I'm going to show you how to customize it and tweak it to meet your needs. And this is what I mean. By default, we've got what is called the bottom bar across here. And if you click either side, it will flip the pages. So, I mean, by default, we've got this page, right? It's ground speed, altitude, track, headwind. And then we've got another one that has a whole bunch of other information, and another one, and another one, right? This is all task information. Most of us don't need this. And another one, and oh, look, there's a few more, right? Far too much information available there. Same thing with any of the information pages. Like, for example, the side view. If we click from the moving map, we click the side of the page, we've got a side view that shows the moving map up here and an airspace and terrain down here. That's great. And we have another one that has a smaller moving map and a larger airspace terrain. And another one. And another one. And then you're back to the main screen again. Same if we go to any of the information pages. We've got on the cruise page or information page 1, we've got the cruise page, we've got a thermal page, we have a task page, we have a custom page, we have a contest page, we've got an experimental page, and this page here, right? And then if we go to info page 3, we have airports and landables and TPSs and airspaces and back again. And then same with page 3, right? We've got the comm page, we got a history page, we have a thermal page, and again, back to page 1. So it is, for most pilots, it's far too much information. We want to kind of streamline this down a little bit. So, for example, on my device here, this is my personal one that I fly with. If I go to the moving map page and I go to side view, I have just this side view here, which is airspace, terrain, moving map up here. Then I have the larger one, and that's it. Okay. You'll notice down here I have a custom bottom bar, and it's got like track, height above ground level, the actual altitude, so height, odometer, how far I flew, how long I've been flying for. Then I hit this one, and I've got estimated airspeed, the bank angle, flight level. This is my G's I'm pulling, and headwind. And that's it. I just have those two. If I go to any of the config pages for page 1, I only have these two enabled. Right? I like this one. It looks kind of cool. And I like that one, especially when I'm trying to figure out which runway I'm landing on. If someone says, oh, land on runway 23. Which one's that? Same with if I go to page 2. I have airports. So these are the closest airports to where I am. And then I have airspaces. And that's it on page 2. On page 3, I have the history page enabled. And that's it. Okay, so it's much easier for me to bounce around and get the information that I quickly need at a fingertip. To do this, I'm going to, there's a document I'm going to upload on my website that explains how to customize the bottom bar. Let me go back to this unit. And it's going to show you which bottom bars are what and which ones are customizable. So basically, you're going to go into menu down here. You're going to go config 23, and you're going to go to Lk8000 setup, system setup. Okay, over on page 4, right? Oh no, not page 4. Page 10, interface is where you're going to configure and turn off all of the available options. So for configure bottom bar, which is the first one we're going to do. Okay, you'll notice here, and like I said, the document tells you which bottom bar is what and which ones are customizable and which ones are not. On this device, everything is on, okay, and that's why we have so many bottom bars. On my device, configuration, Lk8000 setup, system setup, Configure bottom bar. You'll notice here I have most of them turned off except TRM0 is on and CRU7 is on. The rest of them are turned off, so I only have 2 bottom bars enabled. Okay, the document shows you which ones are what and which ones are customizable. To customize these ones, like I said, you turn off the ones you don't want, and then you go over here, back to the main screen, and we're going to go over to page 16 is the first one that you can actually customize. So here I have track, altitude above ground level, the actual indicated altitude, my odometer, time of flight, altitude above ground level. You only see the first 6. The other 2, or the first 5, I believe, the other ones don't show up on the main screen. They show up in other pages. So you simply pick one of these, and then you choose what you want it to be. The nice thing is here is if you don't know what some of these are, if you pick something like flight level and click help, it gives you a little blurb on what flight level is and how it works. Right? Some of these require you to put your QNH in when you first set up. But each of those, each option here is kind of, you know, it tells you what it is, right? This one says arrival altitude at the home airfield. So you can pick and choose what you want to show up and then turn those on and off. Okay? And that's how you get, like I said, I have the 2. That's how I get just these 2 pages here. Much easier than trying to flip through 11 some odd pages. To turn off pages, we're going to go config again, Lk8000 setup, system setup. We're going to go back to that page 10 interface, configure multi-maps. Okay, so this one here is where I can turn on and off the different multi-maps on the main screen. So you see I only have the first 2 enabled, the last 2 disabled. So on this device here, I'll show you by default, your multi-map page has 4. You have 1, you have that one, this one, and back to on this one, and then back to the main screen. Whereas I only have the main map, the one side view, and the much larger side view. And that's it for me. Okay, so you can see how much more efficient it is for me, at least. I don't have to constantly be touching the screen. It's just, you know, the 2 pages that I like to use, and then that's it. Same with here. If we go to we'll go to this device. If we go to one of the info pages, page 1 on this device here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of information. Whereas I just have on page 1, I just have the 2. Okay. Same with, you know, page 2, which is airports and whatnot. If you'll notice on this device, page 2, we have, you know, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 pages, and again, for me, it's just the 2 pages. Airports and airspaces are the only ones I care about. Page 3, I just have history. That's the last couple places I've been to are right there on my fingertips. So we can see Gibson Field, Palmerston Airport, Jurgensen's, Plattsville. Whereas on the standard device, when you first get it, we've got a com page, we've got a history page, we've got a thermal page, and then back again. Okay, to customize those pages on and off, once again, we're going to go configuration, configuration 2, Lk8000 setup, system setup. It's all done on page 10, so configure multi-maps is the side view. Configure info pages. This is where you can turn them on and off. You see on this one, right, we have all of the pages turned on. Whereas on mine, let me get there, config, system setup. If we go configure info pages, we can see how I've turned most of them off, except the ones that I find relevant. Okay, so that is how you how you configure your system to look and feel the way you want it. Configure the bottom bar for the information you want, turn the other ones off, and turn on and off just the pages that you want. This way it's much easier to get to the information you want in flight and not be, touching the screen over and over and over and getting lost in where you are. We want the information you need quick and easily available at your fingertips, especially the bottom bar. There's just too many pages by default. Most of us aren't using that. So customize it to the information that you want. 2 pages is all I ever need. You can have up to 4 custom, like I said, and then turn all the other ones on and off. Okay, the document is on my website under the links page. It's called How to Configure the Bottom Bar, and that will show you what each of these looks like by default, which ones you can turn on and off, and what their names are. Because by default, it's a little difficult to figure out. What is nav 1, what is alt 2, what is STA 3, what is task 4, what is attention 5, what is trim 0, blah, 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 blah. What is what, which one looks like what, which ones you can configure. Okay, any questions, guys, hit me up on my Facebook, send me an email, contact me through the website, and I will do my best to help you out how I can. Okay, thank you, and have a great day, guys.